Welcome to Great Conversations with great people.
Good evening. Welcome to another episode on a Sunday evening. My name is Thandeka, your host.
Hello.
We have a guest.
I have a BMW day.
Oh, I love the beanie.
Okay, thank you guys. We had some short visitors that are here, but yeah, we can keep this going. And it's still both of us. Tonight it's going haywire. Gisebenza espacing now, Sabo. So please ignore that. Oh, don't mind that. It's Sunday. Angkakabinali office or studio. But yes, man. Welcome, Sbusiso Shongwe. We have you tonight, my fellow runner or a colleague, Waterfall Athletics Club. I met you there, and from the time we've been exercising together, there has been you. Just a second. Oh, guys. Okay. Namhlanje kuthe but it's family, and yeah, we are in the living space, so don't mind that, please. I've grown to know that whatever we go through, at the end of the day, after social running and stuff, we are still parents, and we are human beings. We don't live alone at our homes and houses. But yeah, man, so how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing well. I'm fine. Just a greeting to everyone once again. I'm doing well. I just finished running the tough one today, which was 32 kilometers. It was my first 32 kilometers that I've ran. So, but yeah, it was quite tough, but I enjoyed it. So I'm actually good. I'm looking forward for this conversation.
Thank you for your time. I know it's been a tough one, even the day, a tough one. You are tired. You're probably wanting to go rest. Because tomorrow it's a start of the week on a Monday, if you look at it that way. But now that you mentioned Uguti, you've never done a 32. Does it really alter how you think or you prepare your mind for a longer race than 21? Because I'm at 21. So if you go further, 31 and then 42, 32 and then 42. So now starts the full marathon, the half marathon. But there's an in between, 32. How was it? And now that you say it's your first time, how was your experience? If it's a shorter but a long distance run.
Yeah, I think it was something new to me because in most cases when I run marathon, I tend to suffer just around 28, and then jump to 30, around 34, and then that's when I tend to suffer. So it was something new today. I think I was comfortable enough, and because I mean for a 42 you need to save some bit of time. I mean you need to save a lot of energy to finish that 42. But today I think even if you can see my splits, it was just negative splits at the end because I think I still had energy, and then I utilized the energy on this 32. It's short, but it's actually a very good. It's a very good run. I think I can improve on the pace again.
Okay. Um, Now that you did E32, if you compare it to, okay, before we go into the details, let's take back to how you started, why you started. Was there a big shift or a bold move? Ukuthi yazini, I think I should go start running, or because of your body image and you thought of running as an easy way of guiding or maintaining your body, how it looks, into the fitness, or how did it start, i-journey yakho in running?
Okay. Very interesting story. I haven't ran that much in my life. I only started running in 2023. It's funny because if I can explain to you the reasons why I started running, um, you'll never believe what I'm gonna say. So basically, my background in terms of sport, I'm actually a golfer.
Oh,
So I've been playing golf for years, and then I've got a friend who is a runner. He always invites me because I also invite him for golf. And after some time, he keep on coming to me and said, "Hey, let's go and run, man. Let's go and run like 10Ks. Let's go and run like 21Ks." But I didn't have any interest because the running was not my thing. And one time I was like, you know what? Let me just let me just satisfy him and go and run with him. So he organized a race. There was a race at Mpumalanga in the track N4. So he arranged a 21-kilometer run. So now I have to start training a week before the actual race. But running was not my thing. And then Friday night, I traveled to Pumalanga. We are supposed to meet that side so that we can travel together in the morning. Unfortunately, he didn't pitch.
oh.
A friend of mine that invited me didn't pitch, so I didn't even know how to put the numbers. So now I had to Google and check, how to put a number, because there were rules and everything and what. So unfortunately, I had to run that race without him. So that's actually how I started running. That was 2023. So I was not running at all, but when I did run that 21 kilometers, I had a very interesting time. I think I did 2 hours 7 minutes, although I've never trained. So, and the vibe that was there, and the running community as a whole, it's something that I developed some love while I was still there, and then that's how I started running in essence. But after realizing that, it actually, I've seen the need of running for healthy part of things, because I think for me, I'm already over 40, so I was like, yo, I think this running is gonna keep me moving. It's gonna give me some bit of the healthy side of things, which is also a good benefit.
Okay, that's interesting. So, but Njombuti, you are a golfer. Do you still golf? Namanje, usayidlala golf.
I still do, but yo, you see now the running has taken so much time for me. I still
Oh,
play the golf. I've got a club actually that we play golf. I've got guys that I played with, so I still do.
so
Although I
Kashasha,
think,
you've ditched them.
yeah, yeah,
Uyenza full time now. Is second priority. So we're running more.
yeah. I think running, because it requires a lot of training and practice, and it
Mm.
requires a lot of background. I mean, a good foundation, and I mean, if you don't train, so it's gonna how you, as much as golf is like that, but I think because I've had years playing golf, I can still go back and still um, hit the club. It's not a problem. But with golf, you need to train. So I think now the golf has actually taken like 30 or 40%. No, not necessarily 30. I think running has taken 70% of my time. It's dedicated to running.
Yeah. And you
Yeah.
just recently started it. Like
Yeah,
2020
yo,
is not
I
that
don't
long
know.
ago.
The addiction is serious. It's real.
And now you've also come back from a Comrades Marathon.
Yeah, so as I've mentioned to you, I when I started running on 2023, I did the 21 kilometer run, and from after the 21, I had an interest, but I ended up not doing it, running again, and then around November, it was actually around October, one of the guys from another club which we used to work together, he actually invited me to go and run um, Soweto Marathon with. So that was my first marathon that I've ran. I went there without training. I
you
struggled. I struggled so much to run that 42 kilometers. It took me 5 hours 40 minutes to finish that, but I was tired. Like it
there
was
was
crazy. Yeah, just to fast track, and then I qualified actually 2024 for Comrades, but I didn't want to do Comrades because my fitness was not there yet. So I said I'm gonna train until I do the Comrades in 2025. So I didn't actually I qualified, but I didn't run the Comrades. I decided to run 2025. So I've done my first Comrade this year, which was successful, and I was excited about it. It was a challenge, but um, I had to
oh,
approach that.
so your first run where you bought a race entry, it was in 2023 for Soweto, of which you ended up doing it alone. Is that what you're saying? And
I've
then
done.
your Leo race, ya qualifies for Comrades, ya 2023 or ya 2024. Hence, why jumper was and ran this year your first Comrades, if I'm understanding
No,
correct.
I qualified 2024, early
Oh,
2024. I
oh,
qualified early 2024. But I was supposed to go and because I've registered Comrades, but I said nah, but it's premature for me to do that. I mean, I was still struggling with the 42. I mean, I think I did like 4 hour 43 to qualify. So I was like, nah, I'm not gonna go to Comrades. I'm not ready. My fitness is not even there yet. Maybe I still need to put some bit of mileage on my legs.
okay, okay. So again, on your start, you were playing golf most of your time until someone invited you. So during your golf years or time, were you were you going to the gym? Were you doing any thorough fitness work and stuff? How was that before the actual running started?
Not really. I was not even training. I think I was a lazy guy.
So wasukela nje full marathon. No, it's 21. You said 21, ne? Yeah. So
Yeah,
wasukela
I've
run
never.
without prior
I
training.
used to I used to run when I was at school, and during the time when I was starting working, I used to run whenever there is a work run and whatsoever that, but not really like proper running. So I never.
Yeah.
I think that that's just my base. However, I, I will agree with you that I just ran without any training or any form of training. And then that's when I realized that, you know what, this it's not a good thing to do that. So I had to start training to run. And unfortunately, you know, when you just run for the sake of running, you experience injuries due to the fact that your training is not on par.
Okay. I mean, well, if I can say a bit about myself, I've never really experienced any injury, and God forbid, I don't wish to experience any. So I guess the concept of to run slow, take things bit by bit, it's also true. Maybe also because I'm kind of a lazy runner, slow runner. Maybe that has worked the best for the best, for the better for me. But if you say you have had experienced some injuries because you were also trying to push and be like on a good competitive time, would you say that you have done it that way? Or how were your injuries, have you had, how have you had them in the past without taking any caution on how you train or you run during race days?
Yeah. So what really happens during my injuries that I had? I think there were two things that caused that. Because I've learned over time to see what are the challenges. It was to increase your mileage that actually you were running, and to try and increase the pace, which I think each and every runner wants a PB. You want to increase the pace. You want to put more mileage in your legs, but unfortunately, that actually affected me so much because I was not doing strength training. I was only hitting the road. So sort of training that I'm talking about wake up in the morning, run, keep on running, until I realized that it's unfortunate because I cannot just run, but I need to strengthen my legs. I need to strengthen my core. I need to strengthen to actually strengthen your mind as well, so that you whatsoever that as you run, you know that you are strong enough even on your mind. So I think most of the time I got injuries because I was unfit. One, I never I've never done some strength training. However, when I was planning for comrades, I actually went all out. Like, you know what, I'm gonna go to the gym. I started registering the gym, and then I started working out, and then started doing a lot of training around, just to have a bit to make sure that I don't get injuries. I always say, and it's just my belief. One might say it's not true. I always say when you get a lot of cramps, in most cases it's what can I say? It's directly proportional to your fitness level. So in most cases, cramps are not caused by the fact that people are running and whatsoever. It's just that your level of fitness hasn't been there to do what you want to do. So obviously, the legs are trying to protect. They are trying to protect you from getting injury. So that's why sometimes you get cramps. So I think over time, that's how I started learning and understanding the scientific type of things. I mean, for me, I like things which are more into scientific space to understand. So this running thing, I think what makes me to love it the most, it's because I can able to look at the science behind it. It's not just running, but look at the science behind it and see that not just for the effect of running, but you know exactly if you get an injury somewhere, I know exactly where is the problem
What
lies. So
went
I had
wrong?
to, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. That's interesting. So I was also going to ask, Guti, do you have a coach, a personal trainer, or something like that? Now that you say it's also interesting for you because of the scientific reasoning behind. So you do most of the research and learnings on your own, not that you go inquire from a personal trainer or a coach. How do you come about that then?
I don't really have a personal trainer, but in most cases, I tend to follow our club training
Such as
schedule.
okay.
Yeah, I tend to use that, but I will add certain things on my side, on there and there. And then, but by the way, I also ask a lot of people around certain things to understand. I mean, how's your feeling about this? How's the feeling about that? I Google a lot as well just to get more information in.
Okay.
And
Uh-huh.
I tend to listen a lot of guys. I mean, like Coach Perry, I like that guy. I normally listen to him now and again. And things that these coaches they can actually give it to you or share with you, you can actually see the scientific part of things, and then you understand, okay, this is where my problem lies. Luckily, my running now, whenever I'm experiencing any injury whatsoever, I know exactly that this is my challenge, this is what. Unfortunately, the legs has got a lot of muscles that you need to train, which we never train those muscles because we just you
Just
think
run.
there's yeah, you think there's only 5 or 6 muscles in your leg. There's a lot of them, so which you need to work around them. You actually need to train them. You need to have a schedule of training each and every muscle to strengthen your knees, to make sure that your knees are strong enough. Because you find many people who will put like on their kneecaps and whatsoever because they've got issues with knees. But also knees, it also goes hand in hand with the nutrition part of things and also the the fitness part of it. Because if you don't train them as well, they are not. I must say they're not strong enough. So you need some bit of bulletproof for your knees.
Yes. While we on the cramps from the audience. Hi guys, welcome to the live. Tonight I have Sbusiso Shongwe. We run for a Waterfall Athletics Club. He's my colleague. We elite top runner. So and self-taught and all of that. Wangena nje. If you didn't hear how he started running, please after the live, please go through and rewatch the episode from the beginning. But here I have Usio's lifestyle. She's asking Kuti, drinking too much water, does it also cause cramps?
Basically, not that I know of that is causing certain cramps, but what I know, drinking a lot of water, you can have, I don't know what you call it, but amahlaba
Yes.
inside your stomach because you're running with those things. Not necessarily water causing cramps. However, I haven't seen any study or anything around where drinking too much can cause that, but you will feel that inside your stomach, which is causing amahlaba. I don't know what do you call it in English, but there is an English word around amahlaba that
Is
you
it
can
not
feel.
cramps, stomach cramps? Because it's a sharp pain. Langa rib cage yakho on the left
Yeah,
or
yeah. It can. I can't say it's cramps. I don't know. I think it's got a different name, but those things are
okay.
those things that you're talking about that happens in your stomach. It's two things. It can either
Mhm.
be the lot of water or a lot of solids in your stomach that is keep on bouncing in now and again as you run. And then the other one that might cause that, based on my knowledge, it's the breathing. The lack of oxygen. If you keep on, if you don't have a breathing technique, And then what happens to you, you actually losing a lot of oxygen. Whereas your body, for you to run, it requires a lot of oxygen. So you need more oxygen to run. So in many cases, people, they tend to run out of oxygen, and then that's when you start feeling the cramps in your stomach because you don't have enough oxygen. So you need more oxygen. So I think one time when we have a bit of time, we need to actually talk about the breathing technique, because you need more oxygen in your system. System requires oxygen. So if you don't have enough oxygen, and then it goes back to your stomach to get a lot of cramps and etc. For me, if I get cramps like that, and then I realize that, you know what, my breathing, it's not enough, so I need to pull more. I even, at some point, I will even reduce my pace and start pulling more air inside, hold it, keep it within me, because I need that. And then all those stomach cramps and etc. They just you cannot feel it anymore because of your oxygen. So I think, just to answer the question, I'm not sure if too much water caused that, but I know cramps, they can be caused by not breathing correctly.
Okay. Breathing is one of the segments that I had planned to ask you, because in one of the training we were together on, I remember when you slowed down, because I had slowed my pace, ngikhathele, dying. We ran, and then you mentioned that you need to correct your breathing. I don't know if you do remember that, but I remember that distinctively. Kuti wati, you need to breathe, like breathe, correct your breathing. So one of the questions is how does breathing affect my running, with long distance or even with short distance? Now that you mention it, Tuguti, the stomach cramps would be part of what you lacking oxygen. So how exactly should one be breathing? Like, is it deep breaths, or is it shorter, quicker breaths in and out? Because usukuphefumula, it's not like usungaphefumuli, but how to know your breathing is correctly done, so that you don't get tired or you don't run out of energy because of lack of oxygen? In your own
Okay,
understanding. Yeah.
yeah, just the things that I've learned over time. I think I was also breathing wrongly, and you tend to get people which are saying, you know what, your breathing is not good. So for each and everything that you are doing, there is a building capacity. Your fitness, there is a building capacity in your fitness. You don't just wake up and run and everything is okay. You go and run a marathon, you finish it. It depending how much capacity you have in your system. So even your oxygen, it's so crucial. It's like what can I call it? It's more like it's got a capacity. You need to have that capacity of your oxygen to you. So basically, if you don't breathe correctly, so what tends to happen, because your body, your parts and everything requires oxygen to function correctly, to have strength, to have power, to run more. You need that oxygen in your system. So now, if you don't, if you have got a deficiency of oxygen, what it does, it start affecting your muscles, affecting your mind, it start affecting you, the way you want to portray, or the way you want to um, perform. So it even affects your performance, because remember, if you don't have oxygen, you cannot run. You're gonna collapse. So in other words, when you yeah, I mean, if the capacity is not there, it's not there, you're gonna collapse. So over time, what I've learned, there's a different tactics. I mean, other guys, they will give you method whereby you breathe twice, like you, but you sorry, let me just explain this. You pull the oxygen through your nostril, not through your mouth.
Mina
So
ngidonsa
basically,
ngomlomo sekubhede.
abantu abaningi, they always, you're not pulling oxygen. You don't have oxygen. You don't bring enough oxygen to your system.
Oh.
So now it's creates a lot of exhaustion. You start getting tired. You're not feeling well because you don't have enough oxygen. Your fitness might be correct, might be right, 100% right, but your oxygen is zero. So you're not gonna balance out.
Ukuphefumula, ukudonsa umoya pulling the air through your nose versus your mouth, it's not the same at all.
It's not the same at all. So basically, when you pull it, some of the guys will say, some of the technique that they normally use is it's a twice pulling of air through your nostril, like, and then but when you release them, you release with your mouth. So in other words, you've got more capacity of your oxygen. You're not running out of oxygen. Remember your oxygen tank. It's not supposed to run short. If it runs short, and then it has your negative impact to you for running because you don't have enough oxygen. So as you pull with your nostril, you will see. I think you must try that next time when you run, like, and then that gives you what's gonna do to your body. You can see even your heart rate, it's gonna drop.
Yeah, she.
Because what makes your heart rate to go high, it's because you don't have enough oxygen. Now you want to die. Actually, you want to collapse.
Okay. So, but uyasurvive, uyaphila. The more mawusukuphefumula ngomlomo. Yes, it's in my mind. Okay, I'm talking about me. So kunalokho ukuthi ngiyakhathala. Uthi ngiphefumule yabo lo upusha ukuthi I still need to. So to me, because I'm alive, I'm not collapsing. I'm pulling the air through the mouth. It's still not the same effect, or it's not the same benefit as ukudonsa ngamakhala through your nose. And
It's
how
not
do you
effective.
make sure
It's not effective.
let me close my mouth and pull ngekhala?
Yeah, it's not effective at all. You're not gonna die because you keep on pulling with your mouth. But instead of pulling, let's say in percentage, let's say you wanted to pull 100% oxygen in your system, you end up pulling like 40%. Because now what you are doing with your mouth is not effective. So you need to pull it with your nostril. Your nostril, it comes nicely to your lungs to fill up your lungs. So unfortunately, many people, they get tired because of that. That's why I don't know whether when you were young they used to say when you run, close your mouth. It's because you need to use your nostril to pull the oxygen. So I think it does have an impact to you. I think more than anything, once you improve that, you know that that part it's gone. Now you check your fitness and said, okay, I've got oxygen, the tank is full, I don't have any problems. But let's check the fitness now, and then you go to the fitness. So oxygen is important. You need to have oxygen in your system. Oxygen deficiency it's a challenge. Many people, I normally see people when we run, and then people, and then you're like, oh, I wish I can tell this person, but not today because he's chasing something. He wants to do that. For me, it improved my heart rate so much in such a way that I can able to run in a higher pace, but my heart rate is still low. The reason is because my breathing technique it's working in a right way. I mean, there's a lot of. I mean, if you Google around and check some of the specialists around running, nutrition, they will actually tell you a lot about the breathing technique. It's very important that you also look at that. It's one of the main components that you should have it on your side as a runner.
Okay. So for you, ukuze wazi more on breathing, did you train on that during your first training runs in 2024 leading up to the Comrades Marathon? And how did you apply that in like finishing at a clean record le Comrades this year? How Yes, it's breathing, and maybe what else can you mention ukuthi it help you run better nge Comrades or
So
ultra,
breathing,
actually, because ultra is like that's a human experience, like the
yeah,
way.
yeah. So breathing technique was one of them, which actually helped me a lot to improve my pace. I improved the pace so much just because of that. But the other, um, just to explain to you, I mean, my first marathon, I did 5 hour 40 minutes, whereas now my running is under 4 hours guaranteed in most cases. So, I'm saying that it has to do with one, the breathing part as a component was one of them, and then the other part it was the training part. So now I've got a training that is well balanced, which is more like I have to go to the gym. I do gym. There's days where I just focus to the gym in terms of my body to train and put more energy in my legs and all those type of things. And then from the training perspective as well, there's a couple of training method that you are looking for, like your speed repeats, your hill repeats, all those things. They actually create a good athletic person to improve the pace, to improve the breathing. I mean, when I started running, I couldn't even talk on the road because I was always and breathing in a different way. But now I can have a conversation throughout the running. I will talk. We'll have a lot of things. I mean, we tend to talk on the road. So I'm just bringing that to attention that there's a couple of things that are bringing that, and the other part is the mental part. You need to have a healthy mental to also be a good runner. Meaning that your mental, at some point, your legs are tired, you cannot do anything, but your mental strength, it needs to be on par. You need to eat correctly. You need to clear your mind. You need to be motivated. I mean, that's why I love a person like who keep choking, because that guy motivates. He's not just a runner, he's a good runner, but he also motivates. But you want your mind to be motivated, not just full of things. When you go to run, you need to be motivated. You need your mindset to be correct.
Yeah. So back to the comments. Unkanyiso Malunga had said that's why one must have a running partner who doesn't talk. Lapo, though, I'm bringing this one up. One of the other reasons I started running and creating content while running was to train myself, because I read somewhere about him. If you can run and have a conversation, then your fitness is pashash. So not me picking up a camera and trying to have a conversation ne camera, but I know I always run out of breath because ngikhuluma ngomlomo, but having a conversation, I know it's based on character ukuthi ubani uyathanda ukukhuluma nokumotivate during ama-runs, but is it recommended ukuyizama leyo technique ukuthi can you test yourself, can you have a conversation while running? And also on that, because running, it's a community thing, you run with others, ukhipha stress, ukuya lapha to clear your mind. And I hear you mentioning ukuthi you need to clear your mind, ube focused, ube ne-mental strength. So, but we go there. Some of us, like myself, go clearishing go gym, so that I can focus on running. Ngikhathazwe ukugijima, ngikhohlwe yiyo yonke enye into. So, how does all of that play into maybe your world or other runners, your colleagues? How have you viewed that one?
Yeah, I think the question, the comment there, it's
That's my statement.
it doesn't like people that are talking too much, Yeah. So basically, what I normally do when I run. So in most cases, I'm a solo runner. When I do what do you call it? Um, when I run a race, I tend to be a solo runner or either join a bus. So in most cases, what I normally do, I don't talk to anyone. I just run until someone comes and gives me some bit of what do you call it, like start talking and having a conversation, and then I can have a conversation with that person because it's someone. It means that he likes the conversation part of things. Other people, they don't want to talk; they just want to
They
run.
don't.
You just need to understand individual people. I mean, we're not the same. Right.
Yeah.
But on the other flip side of things, I mean, if you are struggle to talk and run at the same time, it still goes back to the fitness
Fitness.
level. Yes. So I think you actually need to train doing that. Although it's not advisable to other people to talk. But it's actually a good thing to see that, you know what, my running is actually much better. You need to enjoy your talk. I mean, it's 42 kilometers is quite long. So sometimes to be quiet, it's not as easy as.
42 versus the 89 or 90 le niyenzayo ye-comrades. You guys, siyanivuma. Ninesibindi.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I hope at some point you will be able to talk herself with the partner that is not quiet. But yeah.
Okay. So moving on to mental strength and nearly quitting moments. Has there been a moment in your running journey where you just wanted to quit or you almost quit? And what was it? What triggered it? How were you feeling and all of that? Or how did you bring yourself back with, hi man, this is just an impediment. Let me carry on.
Thandeka, to be honest with you, with this running thing, sometimes you reach a point whereby you want to give up, like, nah, I can't do it anymore. I've done it so many times, on races, so many times. You're like, if even if I can stop here now, I think everything is fine. It's not gonna have any challenges to me. I need to stop now. I need to. It happens so many times. I think um, running is sometimes it's tough. So it challenges your mind so much in such a way that you want to give up. I'll just quickly put you on Comrades. So on Comrades, my biggest mistake that I've done was to tell everyone that I'm running Comrades.
Why was that a mistake?
Because everyone was watching at me. Everyone was calling me that, yeah, we're waiting for you tomorrow.
And you couldn't just quit.
Yeah, so at some point, if you want to give up, I just remember the amount of people that were watching me and all those people that, people which are not runners, they think running, it's about speed. Jesus, you need to be fast. Why are you not number one? Why are you the back?
What did you win?
Why did you win? Yeah, even my daughter, that's what she normally says. Daddy, were you number one today? I'm like,
No one I know.
So at some point, so many times, I would like, you know what, I'm tired. I think I've done it the same with Two Oceans as well. When I was, things were tough there by Constantia Neck. I was like, maybe if I can just climb on a bus and I'll
Oh,
try next year. Maybe my fitness is not okay. Maybe I haven't done enough. Because it was my first 56. So, but your mind keep on pushing you to say, no, continue doing that. It's important, continue. But Thandeka, just to be precise, I think as a matter of caution, I'm not saying people they should force themselves to run through. There's other issues which are healthy type of issues, which your mind will keep on saying to you run, but your healthy part it's more important more than anything.
yeah,
So you shouldn't want to push yourself in a such a way that you can even die or whatsoever. I mean, it's the possibility are there because in many cases there's underlying sicknesses that people have. So I think you need to make your risk assessment correctly, understand exactly what is it that is um, pushing you back. Why are you? What is it that is stopping you now? What is it that wants makes you to stop or to give up? But if it's healthy related matter, I always say don't do it. It's not good for you. Don't do it. Understand that part because there is that element that talks about that. But I think I've pushed myself so many times because of my mind. Sometimes I even talk out like, nah, I'm not gonna give up now. I'm almost there. I even talk to myself, Sbusiso, so please
oh,
listen
that's
to yourself.
talking to yourself. Eh?
Yeah, listen to yourself. You're gonna make it. You have done it before. You
Really?
you have seen bigger things. I always do that. I mean, I
But
even if it's not related to running.
yeah, when you train with you, the exeni, you always the like not when you coach weight, you are always like on point. But you do this, you advise, you say, let's keep on pushing. So it's amazing to hear even from people like you who say, no, Nani, you guys need that push and you do it to yourself, you as a pusher. You tell yourself ukuthi no, don't give up. But thina esigijima sinilandela ngemumva, it's like, yo, benza ngani? Why can't I keep up like them? So running, it goes to show also ukuthi it's not really easy in a way.
No, it's not easy. It's not easy. At some point, it's not easy, Thandeka. That's a fact. So, but I think in life you just need to push yourself, and whatsoever that you learn, give it to the rest of the teams as well that you are with. For me, I'm a guy that believes in helping the community, regardless whether it's running or it's what do you call it? It's something else that you do, but you should actually tell yourself that you know what, I'm pushing in this thing, I'm doing this thing.
Mhm. Okay, and also you were speaking on pushing yourself and all. And have you ever thought of coaching or going into coaching? Because you do, like what I'm saying, you do push us, you do motivate us, but the way you do it, you say we solo run most of the time, but we training, you are with us, you push us, and it's always great. So the way you have that skill and we listen to you, have you ever thought of going into the coaching or personal training maybe?
Not at all. Yeah, I think I've got a lot of on my plate, not just the running, but work as well and certain things. But whenever space that I get, I tend to assist there and there. And actually, one of the things that drove me to run, it's because of the community that I found out when I started running. People run together. I've never seen a bus. Remember when I started running my first race, that was my first time to see that, oh, there is a bus. People, they run together. This is
Yeah.
what, if they call it, oh, there's some, because I've never watched a race where people run together. So I always watch Comrades from TV, but there was not. But when I came close, I could see people very motivating. Some they pull other guys. Some they just go there to to take people from one place to another, pull them to another. So it's actually a good community to be, and so I think that's why sometimes whenever I'm there, I want to also whatsoever that I have, I want to share with the people.
Okay. And then when it comes to setting your goals, big, scary goals, do you believe it's good for runners to set scary or uncomfortable goals? So, like myself, I've been doing, I'm a 21, and because no, I don't have a personal trainer and there's no qualification time, which now you are ready for this distance. I just took it upon myself. Next year, January, I want to do 42, my first 42. For me personally, that's big. I don't know how will I survive and all of that. I'm training, even training young years already, but I'm looking at that. Is there a right time to set higher goals, scary goals for runners? Is it advisable? On your take, how do you look at that?
I don't know. Maybe it was last week when I posted the statement when I said it's not the fact that you finish, but is the mind to for you to start. So meaning that if you don't set the goals, you're not gonna start. So you need
Yeah.
higher goals that are gonna makes you to push yourself. Remember, a body it always likes the comfort zone. So if you don't set goals, and then you'll be comfortable for the rest of your life. That's why many people, you find a guy who has worked 20 years in one position, doing one and the same thing, and he's happy about that, and he doesn't want anything more. He's actually happy where he is. But that person, when you look at the growth, it's zero. It's because he he doesn't want to push goals. Unfortunately, in life, for you to be wherever you want to be, you need to set goals. Otherwise, you're not gonna do anything. Unfortunately, if you don't, you don't. You see, one of the things with our Tuesday, Thursday runs and Saturday runs that we normally do together. Um, what makes me to continue run is because I think about you guys each and every time to say, oh, if I don't come this morning, these people out there, they will run without me. You understand? And
Yeah.
then that put an accountability and responsibility for me to go and run, to wake up in the morning and run. Because there is a goal that I've put in that I'm going to run with these people, and I want to be there. So, in other words, I can't even sleep. I'm like, even if sometimes you sleep late, like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, you're like, but 4 o'clock, I'm going to wake up, I'm going to go and run with these guys because there is a sense of accountability and responsibility because you are setting goals. So for you to set bigger goals as a runner, it's a great team to set those big goals because it works in your endurance in your what can I call it, in your fitness level, your mind. You actually push yourself high because I mean, if you don't push yourself to that level, you're not gonna be able to run the 42 that you want to run. So I think your mind should be in the fact that I want to run the 42. I need to put a plan together. I need to work on that 42.
Okay. Now coming to lifestyle balance and longevity. I hope I pronounced that correctly. How do you balance running with work, family, and everyday responsibilities? Because I heard you also mention your daughter, and I've seen your family picture. So you are a family man. So a lot of time is taken by your training as well, and you're traveling to these race places, even in different provinces. So how is that all managed?
It's a difficult one. Um, it's important to satisfy all three, but at some point, a certain part is gonna suffer.
Mm.
So unfortunately, you need to try your level best to balance the three. Um, Plan your time correctly in terms of when do I want to go and play with my kids, when do I want to do these things with my family. Um, as much as I'm going to run, you need to have certain planning again for with the family and work as well, because there is work, which is also
Yeah.
another. So it's important to balance all. But one thing that I've picked up with running, for me, it started helping me a lot from a work perspective, because I'm working in a very stressful environment. So, which is mining. So, which is it's a very stressful production environment. So, but I think running it clear my mind when I go to work already. It's balanced, because now it's part and parcel of life. So it's not just running there alone and work there. So it tend to work together, and obviously with the family as well. Um, I try my level best actually to be a family man and ensure, because you are still responsible to make sure that those kids grow. My daughter, my son, um, they learn from me. There's other things that I need to do as a father to them, and even my wife. There's certain expectation that needs to happen. So it's important to balance out that, which I think many runners are struggling to do, because that running thing sometimes it tend to take you off completely from all the other things, and you end up focusing on running, which is not a good thing. I think for me, I run to motivate my family. I run to keep my life, because one of the things is the healthy portion of it. I mean, in the house they know exactly I'm the healthiest guy. I just eat healthy. I just keep my body clean. I question a lot of type of food that we eat. I look. I mean, I've got a dietitian, because I want
Yeah.
to. I want to, when I reach my 50s, still in a good space, still looking great. That's personally how I look at it. But it's important for us to balance life with with the family. I must say it's not easy. That's a fact. I don't want
No,
to make myself a hero.
I agree with you. Yeah.
Because you wake up like this morning. I woke up at what, 3 o'clock. Left. I mean, my family went to church. I didn't go to church. So you understand
So,
the
bakubiza
other.
ngomhedeni.
Yeah.
I'm joking. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah. I think I've
Okay.
yeah.
We, in terms of nutrition, now that you touched on it, um, and you say sometimes you do question, is this now within your household, your home, Muguti Haibo, my wife, why did you make this? Are you the healthiest, or does your wife also contribute in saying, no, Spusis, you need to eat like this now because of running? Is she with you in all of that journey, or are you mostly the contributing partner? Because when also I look at myself in here at home, I do try by all means, but I also like sugary things. I like, yeah, sometimes when I buy these things, I say, I'm ngithengele ingane. But you are a runner here. Do you tell your community ukuthi sometimes you sleep and fall, you eat le junk lane, uyabatshela njengoba uhlezi wenza content? So I'm guilty. I am guilty. But in your world, because I hear you mentioning it, how does that play out in terms of nutrition and guiding what goes around during your eating times?
Okay, so what I've started doing, obviously, from the house is to start, not just myself, it's like to start buying the healthy type of food. Whenever even if we do like a pap and meat, but you should have like veggies, which supports, because you need a balanced diet type of food, which I can say I can say that before that was a challenge to maintain such things. I mean, now we are guys, we are always on the road. You stop next to the road, unyama inhloko lapha, udla ini, ucela amafutha, yonke this thing. But I think ever since I started running, I've limited a lot of things. I still do eat like nyama inhloko, but maybe once in 6 months, because there is a goal that I want to achieve. Because if you don't eat healthy, your running is going to be challenged. Your life in general is going to be challenged. Remember, we have got a lot of supplements that we take. Those things are sugary stuff. Those things they've got a lot of sugar. And for me personally, sometimes I feel it's not a, we run to be healthy, but the supplements are not healthy at all. But we need them to burn them. But at some point, I tend to, like now, what I'm trying to do with my dietitian, I'm looking means of having healthy supplements rather than doing the traditional way of supplement that we normally have. So
Weird and discam.
yeah, I mean, all those things are. I'm not gonna call them by name, but all those things are. They've got so much sugar. You at some point you see some of your blood and etc. going high blood sugar and all those things. But I'm saying that it's because we're not eating that healthy. But yeah, I'm currently I'm the preacher in the house for eating healthy. Whether the kids, I mean, instead of using this type of oil, you use an olive oil. Try to work out certain things that you can work out there and there to 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 be healthy. But I mean that is nice, because if you send that message to the entire team, it gives you some bit of what can I call it? It gives you some bit of um, healthy even in your family, not just yourself.
Okay. I have Manenzi here asking, can our traditional food affect us? For example, I love dry vegetables. Urojo. Uyayazi rojo?
Yeah,
Urojo.
umroho. Yeah, umbhido.
Umbhido.
Yeah, it's
Mina
more like spinach
injengani?
or some spinach.
Oh, okay.
Umfino,
Imfino.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
University Imfino.
Just to answer her question, you can't believe most of the stuff which were traditional food in my all the plans that I've tried with the dietitian, they are actually bringing back the food that we were eating before, but now we are not eating, and then it's affecting us for not eating that food. I mean, I will be honest to you. For years, I've been eaten like beans, but um,
Your
um, um,
dietitian.
with my diet, they've got beans. They're bringing the old food that we used to eat. Most of those food were very healthy. I think I'm not talking badly, but I think us, from more especially from the black community, our our older generation used to give us proper type of food. That was proper food. I mean, we never had all these sicknesses that we are having now. But it's because now we are eating the food which are not in a good space. So that's where the problem comes. So to answer her question, most of this traditional food are good nutrition food, very strong traditional food. So like umuroho, very good as well for your liver as well. It actually cleans your liver, and it's actually good food. But unfortunately we don't. Nowadays we eat a lot of microwave food. So unfortunately, that's where the challenge comes. I think we need to go back. I mean, I'm eating peanuts. Things were not. I was not even eating because it's all things that we're eating. I'm eating even fish, like tin fish, not necessarily
I must
but
start.
the healthy one. Yeah. Yes.
Yes. Now that you mentioned that, also, I've also had a conversation with Bruce Fordyce, and he mentioned that back in the day, ngenkathi zabo, they didn't even have lama supplements esiwathenga khona ko-Clicks and Discount. They would just do banana bread leyo, or just isinkwa ne-peanut butter and go for a run, uphuza amanzi and a sprinkle of salt for electrolytes. So even with the shoes, running gear and all that, it's all of it. It's a now thing, and of which we really do need to have a look at that, because I think sekune capitalism in it, consumption, profiting. But yes, I understand you when you say that Tuguti, your dietitian is even suggesting going back, or your diet is now including like traditional food, ponchis, the long cooked beans,
Yeah.
and
Upatata,
no patata, yes, sweet potato.
sweet potato.
So I have Unoktula. Uti, why did you choose running above all sports, or about all sports? Noktula Masimula.
I think I did mention on my initial conversation that I didn't actually choose running. A friend of mine invited me to run, and I just fell in love with running after that. I was not in running. I'm actually in golf. As I've mentioned, I'm still doing golf. By the way, I'm also a biker as well, but it's not a sport. I can't say it's a sport. The other one is just a hobby. But yeah, but running, it's got a lot of benefits. To be honest with you, running, it gives a lot of healthy benefits, which I think that's one thing that I've picked up. The vibe is good as well in running, and also the community is a good community. So I think for me, with my age, midlife crisis, it works very much better in terms of increasing the strength of my heart, because it's also strengthen your heart. I mean, we are eating all this food which has got oil and it's pushing us down, but at least this specifically running, it keeps us actually in a good space. So I think it's a good healthy thing. You would always get what can I call it, that part as a good thing. I think that's why I ended up choosing running, because I could see what the benefits out of it. It's got good benefits.
Okay. And then you don't care about the future cons part of it, Tuguti. Tiwa, you're gonna have issues with your hip bones, your knees, your ankles. Mawusuhamba, uzobe usuhamba, usufaka ama-plates on your knees. Have you thought about that, or it's not there yet?
Remember, I said to you, running. It's a one thing that I've picked up during running is the scientific
Side of it.
part.
Mm. Yes, yes.
So the scientific, it actually gives you what causes more people to have those problems are those people that are hitting road without doing strength training. It
Yeah.
creates, you're gonna create yourself that because you need to be strong and strengthen your, you need to have your training on your hips, you need to stretch, you need to prepare yourself to run. Unfortunately, people they don't do that. And more especially the older generation, which it portrayed that the running sport it's gonna give you an after effect, which are not in good space. But I'm saying if you follow the right protocol of ensuring that you train yourself, you each and every part of your body, you make sure that you train those, you do the strength training. You're not gonna have any challenges with regards to the later stage where because what is causing that simply people they don't train, you just want to hit the road. You can't do that. Unfortunately, if you do that, that recipe is a recipe to have injuries and to have a lot of challenges that you're not gonna be able to help yourself.
One more question from the audience, and then we wrap it up. Umanezi, he is a he. Manezi Ndau. Tell us what was an embarrassing moment on your journey of running.
Embarrassing.
Yes.
Stomach ache,
Yeah.
and you don't have any toilet close by, so you just need to run to the close by grass or forest just to help yourself. Unfortunately, those were an embarrassing moment, but unfortunately, sometimes you tend to have such things. I think
Yeah.
that was an embarrassing moment for me.
So, in terms of that, now that you're mentioning it, one more. When do you drink a cup of water or whatever you take pre-run, and then you go running? And how do you guide that? Because you don't drink so much that you want to go pee endleleni ugijima, be it's a 10 or 15K or 21, so that you don't waste time usaya toilet, especially us women, uyokhumula uphinde ugqoke and then hit the road again. So in terms of hydration, which one, how do you accommodate that ukuthi awuphuzi kakhulu amanzi before the run or during the run, but you don't want to lose hydration, you don't want to be dehydrated?
I think the most important thing you just need to understand your body. Our bodies are not the same, unfortunately. We don't have the same. We are not from the same pot, unfortunately. So you need to understand yourselves when you drink certain water. But I must say, overhydrating yourself is a problem as well. You don't want to overhydrate yourself. With people, they tend to drink water forever throughout the road. For me personally, I do drink water, but I don't think in the whole race I finish with 2 liters of water in my stomach. Never. I don't. Because I don't drink so much. Sometimes I don't even drink. I just put the water in my mouth, Google a bit, like, and then I can spit the water, and my mind already it actually works in such a way that I had water because you don't want a lot of water in your system, and unfortunately sometimes we have those type of things, and then just from the stomach or point of view, I think you need to stick on what you normally eat. Don't try new things.
Nice.
It's not a good thing. Each and every time, do what you used to do. I mean, there's a lot of things in the market. People will tell you before you run, you need to jump 20 times. Before you run, you need to do this. You need to sleep while you're maybe you hang your feet somewhere. So there's a lot of things. So you need to stick on what you know. it actually works much better.
Okay. And then to an end now. Last week or last episode, we had a guest and I asked them to leave a question for our next guest. This is what I normally do at the end. We ask you a question from the previous guest and then you leave a question for our next guest. So for you, what they had left is, what advice would you give marathon novice regarding shoes?
Oh wow, that's a good question. That's a good question. That's a
Yes.
good question. First of all, whenever you're a novice, you need to go for your shoes so that they can check what type of um what can I call it? Ukuthi unyathela kanjani? Unyathelela phakathi or ngaphandle or you're
Yes.
neutral.
Doesn't.
Yeah. So in most cases, people have made the same mistake that I've done. I just look at a nice pair of turkey, bought the turkey, and then I started getting a lot of injuries. So I think for a simpler reason, I can simply say you need to actually go to the a shoe shop where they understand the type of shoe that you need, and then you get the right advice as a novice. Because novice, unfortunately, they want this nice type of shoes. Unfortunately, not all shoes are made for
Like
us.
a
It's
fly,
a
yeah,
yeah, in Nike, Adidas. To be honest, let
yeah,
me just explain. I'm running with an Adidas, but let me explain. Many people, the Adidas, those Adidas, like about Pro 3, Pro 4, those things are simply made for people which are not that much heavy. And then on top of that, that shoe, it's made for people which are running using their front part or their middle part, not the not a heel. So slow runners they normally use a heel when they run, and those shoes are not designed for that. But they look nice. I can tell you they look nice, and everyone is buying one. Everyone wants to buy one, but those things are gonna you're gonna get an injury. So
Sepuka.
yes, I mean if your foot it's made for A6, go for A6. It's a better way for you. So I can tell a novice that novice, if you like the take that Kipchoge run with, it's not yours probably.
More patas.
Yours, yeah, because those guys they run with the front foot. They are fast runners. Some of those shoes look like they've got a pace. You need to have a certain pace to run with those shoes. So, but I can advise whosoever novice that wants to go and go and get a right shoe, which is a right fit for your shoe. You're gonna you're gonna go in there. They will actually put you in a treadmill, check you, and tell you exactly which shoe is recommended for you. It's much better to do that rather than buying a shoe because everyone is buying it.
Yeah. Yes, sweet and short and actually explanatory. Because in
Yeah.
English you say and this is why A6 for me A6 is like I forever ran with that one and now I just went for a shoe I like ngangena esportsini ngabuka icathulo ngathi nansi Nike black and white it looks nice and then little did I know no it doesn't go that way and especially if you're gonna spend time on the road just go to sports scene I mean
Yeah.
total what sportsman warehouse your check
Yes.
treadmill and it's a once off spend and then you run and if unawo amandla buy a second pair khona uzowa rotator that's how I look at it yeah
That's true.
so
That's true.
to an end now please leave a question for our next guest any random question it doesn't have to be about running it could be anything
Okay. Um, My question that I have, but it's based on, I don't know whether your next guest, but I can give you any question. Um, my question, I want to understand why many runners have got big bellies, more especially men.
Oh wow. It doesn't apply only to men, even us women. Ngesibhedlela. Some of us.
Please
Oh, wow.
ask your next guy to explain to
That's a
us.
funny question.
At least we will know what to do. Maybe he has got a or she has got a better way. Most of the
Answer.
runners, I mean, I was looking today. Many people are there with big bellies, and you ask yourself, these people are runners. Probably supposed to have
And
a flat tummy.
your feet.
Unfortunately, we don't. We don't,
They,
including myself. So that's why I'm like, maybe if you can ask the the next guy, why are we suffering on a big belly?
I feel chest pains because I started like thinking this. This is always. No, I say now this is young to this is no.
Yeah.
Okay, siyabonga Sbusiso ukuthi ube nathi this Sunday evening and giving us your time. We've went over. It's time to prepare for the upcoming week. Thank you for your time and yeah, have a productive week. And thank you guys from the audience. Thanks for being with us tonight. We appreciate it. And then you comment, you eat too much carbs and drink beer. That's why. Wahlaba esikhonkosini. But yeah, man. Any closing words?
No, Thandeka, thanks for inviting me. I think it's very motivating for us to be part and parcel of this, and I wish that many people can actually watch your channels and see, because what we are discussing is things that we are suffering with as runners. I think we just need to share certain information. I mean, here it's a good platform to work around that and share that. But thanks a lot for that, and good luck for your Johnson Crane 42 kilometers. And thanks to everyone.
Angizazi ngiyifaka ku-eat. Ngobona phambili. All right. Thank you. Thank you. And good night, guys. Thank you. See you
Good night, everyone.
on the next one. Sure.
Great conversations with great people.